everyone, and welcome once again to 20 Something TV. Thank you for joining us week after week with Michael, Jake, Elvis, and Brendan. We have quite a few topics to discuss with you guys this week, and you guys can join us and let us know your thoughts about them as well. For starters, I know we had Thanksgiving last week. I hope everybody had a great time and enjoyed the time with their families and ate a lot, or maybe not if you don't want to gain weight, but who cares? And unfortunately, some people might not have had a great of a time. And that was the case for a family in Georgia of a 5-year-old named Khalees Everhart, who tragically passed away due to being wounded by a gun. And a little background about the story happened that the family was having a Thanksgiving get together at one of their house, and a 3-year-old decided to play with a gun that Khalees and the 3-year-old had found, causing this tragedy. So the gun went off, it hit Khalees in the chest, and she was wounded and immediately taken to the hospital. But unfortunately, she did not survive. This was a very tragic event that happened in Thanksgiving just last week for this family. And I'm sure that while most of us were having a great time, this family was having a very difficult time. And it's very sad to hear about such things. And for starters, I mean, a 3-year and a 5-year-old being able to find a gun in a house, it's a little concerning itself. But I'm sure the parents are thinking about how, or maybe how can this have been prevented. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're having a rough time as it is. What do you guys think about this entire situation? I mean, do you think, like, how safe was this gun placed, or?
I think, I think when I was reading this, I think it said it was the uncle's gun or something like that, and it was just discharged and fired into the kid.
Yes.
So obviously, uncle didn't put away his. I don't know if it was at his house or if the uncle was at the child's house. So it's like, if this guy is like bringing a gun to Thanksgiving, why is he doing that? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why he would be doing that?
I believe they were at the uncle's house when the incident happened, and the 3-year-old was her cousin, which is the uncle's, I believe it's a son. And yeah, Jake, I mean, I would agree. When you have, I know for safety precautions, a lot of families have, a lot of families have weapons in their houses for safety. But then I know there are laws that I believe you're not supposed to keep your gun fully charged or charged at all. And you're supposed to even store the bullets and the gun in like 2 different places. I believe that's how it goes. So as far as like that incident happening with a bullet being inside the gun, it's very unfortunate. It's very sad, because they could have maybe found the gun, but it would have been blank, and it would have avoided this entire tragedy if they would have, followed through with the rules. I mean, I don't want to blame the uncle, but then it is his weapon, it is his gun, it's his house, and at the end of the day, they had to kind of deal with the consequences of that.
Yeah, this is obviously a tragic story. I think it's interesting to note that this is the third shooting involving a child in this community, so it's obviously an issue, and yeah, it's really really sad.
I think it's difficult, especially No matter what it always is, regardless of how preventable it is, this time of year to have such a tragic event occur, how is that family going to move forward? The holidays will be forever ruined. It's really, really sad. Like I said, there's never a good time, but while we're enjoying our turkey, this family was going through the most difficult thing of their lives. It's sad. It's really sad that it was preventable, but it didn't unfold that way.
Yeah. Will you guys think that, with this family, the parents of this 5-year-old girl might blame the uncle for this, or they might be understanding, or
That uncle's being blamed 100%. Why was your gun loaded? Why was it so easily able to be in reach of children? Why wasn't it locked up? That's all on him. That kid's dead because of him.
and that's just really unfortunate because he could have been the best uncle ever to this 5-year-old girl, and one mistake can, have consequences for the rest of their life. So for everyone watching, make sure you take precautions. And moving on to our next topic, I want to discuss just something that's been going on, to kind of move away a little bit from the sad topic we just discussed. And this is rather interesting as we have robots actually starting to take the place of servers in restaurants. I mean, I have yet to encounter a restaurant that gives me a robot as a server. But I find this to be very interesting, as I know we're going to a period of time where a lot of companies and restaurants are having some difficulties with having employees, and their numbers of employees are pretty low and they're in need. So they're starting to make use of these robots a lot more now. Have any one of you guys attended any restaurants yet with a robot?
I feel like for some people that might be really good, like on the ordering end, like my mom usually pisses off the wait staff to no end because she changes her orders 75 billion times. But then on the other end, like we need jobs. Like being a waiter or a waitress is such a like important and very popular first job for a lot of people. I mean, hiring wage here in Rhode Island is like 3 and change, but you can make a killing on tips. And that's something that you don't need much experience for. And if you're a people person, you can be very successful doing. It's like the same thing, adding more self-checkouts to a Target or a Walmart. We're taking away jobs from people. I mean, there's definitely benefits. There are things that, make life more convenient. But also we have to be thinking about the people. I feel like that's just kind of, I don't know. What if it's a nice date night? Oh yeah, this is like a robot taking our order, no personality. It's the same thing with like the Marty that goes around Stop and Shop with the big googly eyes looking for pills. It's just odd. I don't know. I'm not ready for that yet.
Well, there was an article that said that many restaurants are starting to get an even bigger tip now at the end of the day because of the robots. So like the waiters and waitresses are making a lot more money with tips just because they have some robots as well. But like you're saying, Michael, what does that have to say about us that go out to dinner and we rather give a bigger tip to a robot than an actual person who is working and interacting with us? I mean, that's just, it's weird. And it could be very practical and convenient for businesses, but at the same time, it's not the same thing as having that human interaction that sometimes you need. Do you guys think that we're going to be seeing a lot more of this, and that maybe they're going to be taking over entirely?
I think it depends. I don't think a lot of these places have the money to make sophisticated machines like this. Like McDonald's isn't going to invest all this money when they're food people. They're not robot people. They're not going to make their own robots. And even if they did make their own robots, they wouldn't be that good. They'd probably break down all the time, and then people are going to need to fix them all the time. I agree, Lee. I don't think all restaurants should have them. I think it'd be cool I think this is like a gimmick more than it is an actual thing that would last. Because on the one hand, you're like, oh, robots, it's so cool. But then if you like live with it, it'd be like, okay, these things are constantly breaking down. Like, like look at like our iPhones. These things only last like 2 years. You think a robot that's mass produced is gonna last more than like 2 or 5 years? The Marty robot only lasts because all it does is move around in a circle and it says there's a spill over here, and then it goes about its day. That's all it does. A robot that's gonna like take orders or even cook food, if it even goes that far, is not going to last that long when it's being mass produced and not invested in.
I would agree. There was another article that was also speaking about how some of these robots that would just bring the food out to the tables that had placed those orders, they cost about like $15 a day, which is, for some companies, it might not be that much, but it's like you're saying, Jake, on the long run, when you have these robots, like there's still a lot of maintenance that you have to do. And if they break down and you have no actual physical servers, what are you going to do? Your whole restaurant is going to be on a standstill. Like, what's going to happen? So those are things that, yeah, you kind of have to consider. Like Lee said in her comment, you can have like these themes type restaurants where, like, if you want to go out to eat specifically in that kind of environment, you can, but not for it to be like everywhere and try to substitute actual people. I know things are very difficult these days, and there's people that are looking for jobs, and there's restaurants who want to hire, but then they get placed with these ideas, and then it's like, well, do I want to pay somebody X amount, or do I want to go this cheaper route for now, maybe, without realizing that it might not be the cheapest way after all. Well, if you guys know of any restaurants with a robot, let me know. And in that note, we can move on to our third topic, which is, guys, Dollar Tree is increasing their prices. Well, it's 25%, so $1.25. I think it's what they said that they're going to start charging starting in 2022 for the merchandises that they sell in these stores, which recently has been $1. But I would argue that because it's $1.07 right now because we pay taxes. So that's not true. It has never been $1 anyways. So now we're going to be paying $1 and what, 31 too?
I have a question. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that recently they were saying they were going to have a section of the store be more than $1 to begin with. And is this saying that everything in the store in 2022 will be $1.25?
Yes, I believe everything is going to be the minimum. It's $1.25.
So it's the
And
$1.25 tree.
No, so like everything should be $1.25 moving forward. Like that will be the starting price for this dollar store things. But they also spoke about how they had been trying these. I forgot what was the name of it, but they also have the Dollar Trees where you can get like $3 things, $5 things, and they've been kind of testing it out that way to see if they still get like their clientels and things like that. So it seems like that's what their goal eventually will be, is to kind of incorporate that all around. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I do shop there a lot for like crayons, papers. Like, I work with kids and I have tons and tons of kids in my family. So that's the best place to kind of just go and get craft activity things and stuff like that. But now we're going to have to just maybe have everybody chip in 25 cents.
I'm not a big Dollar Tree guy, but I think this is a really, really funny story. I think it's really, really funny.
I have a question for the group here. So obviously they're called Dollar Tree and Dollar Store, etc., because they're supposed to sell things for $1 plus tax. Now that their base price is going to be $1.25, do you think they're going to try and change the name of their company? Because they're not Dollar Tree because it's $1.25 plus tax, like $1.30 here. Do you think they're going to try and change the name? Do you think? Another thing, do you think they're going to maybe try and be like Five Below? Now they're going to start having things like $5 and all that stuff.
I thought they were already doing that. Like I said, like they had a section that they were saying is like $1 plus, or that was a more recent thing. But I don't think they're going to bother renaming it. I mean, bait and switch.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to rename it. Like in New York, I know there were a couple of stores that I remember growing up there that it said 99-cent store, and then you have like 99-cent stores plus more, like you were saying, Michael. So like maybe they might incorporate something like Dollar General plus more or something like that. A quarter and a Dollar Tree. Maybe that would be a lot more specific. And people might understand exactly what they're going in for. Elvis, you think this is really funny?
Yeah, I remember middle school going in, getting big Arizona bottles for $1, candy, snacks. Now you're charging $1.25. That's crazy. That's a whole extra like dollar if I buy or like a few things. Like I'm good. I'm not buying there anymore. I'd rather just go to like the regular Family Dollar or something. I don't know.
And I mean, but think about it too, in the sense of like 25 cents might not seem like much, but it might be for a lot of people. And this might have been like the go-to store to be able to get certain things that you can afford. So yeah, not a dollar store anymore, pretty much. But there's some people that might have a slightly hard time now with the extra 25 cents. So it's at least like they're making it known ahead of time, and it's not like they're like, oh, starting tomorrow, $1.25, and not give enough time for the population to kind of like be aware about. I don't know about where like you guys live around, but here in Cranston, they keep putting these Dollar Generals in like every block. Like I've seen so many around, and like I read an article that was talking about how maybe Dollar General was going to take over like CVS's and things like that. So like these stores are definitely looking to expand, but by looking to expand, they might want to charge more than $1, which $1.25 more. So I don't know. I mean, I hope that this doesn't affect people much that go to these stores that are having economic difficulties compared then, because I know they sell all kinds of stuff there. But we'll see what happens and if people actually follow through with that in 2022.
I think it's funny. We should have a little contest for everyone. See who can give it the best new name. I liked all those things popping up. That was fun. There can be some clever marketing. Wonder if the Dollar Tree is open when it's cold out. You know, it is so funny that Lee said that, because I was driving home today and I was really, really concerned about all my fellow 20-somethings friends. And I was just worried, like, do you guys know what to do when it gets cold? I'm just so genuinely concerned about all of you. So I just happened to put together a 1.5-minute video, and I may or may not be here after this airs, but let's take a look at it right now and you guys should discuss it. Bye. The weather outside is surely frightful. We're waking up, there's frost outside. There might even be some snow in the forecast. I want to talk about some things that you can do, kind of check off your list as the weather gets a little bit cooler and the temperatures drop. We're going to start off with your car. If you're coming from somewhere where the climate is a little bit warmer, you want to make sure that you change your fluids in your car, because some fluids are not meant to sustain these cold temperatures. If you come from somewhere that's warmer and you're moving to New England, you want to get your power steering fluid, your brake fluid, even your oil change, because you don't want to make it freeze when it's in your car. The next important thing we're going to touch upon is your house. So you all know these water spigots on the outside. You want to make sure you turn off the water source to them as it becomes colder. Those pipes are going to freeze under your house. You don't want a bursted pipe this time of year. It's not really holiday-like, so you want to make sure you turn it off before that happens. Also, make sure you're buying salt for your driveway. Not everyone's fortunate enough to have Life Alert. You never know if you slip and fall. You want to make sure that there's no ice. Clean path to your car is always necessary.
Oil's expensive, gas is expensive. That's why you want to make sure you have a good screen door. Screen doors are actually going to keep your house a little bit more insulated, keep the cold air out and the warm air in. One last thing I can tell you is make sure you put away your furniture. If you have lawn furniture or even patio furniture outside, you want to make sure you put that away, because once there's snow on it, once it's wet, once it's heavy, no one's going to want to drag that down into the bulkhead or into the shed. Those are my quick little tips. I hope someone got something out of this. We'll see you next week with maybe some more tips on what to do when the weather gets cold.
Wow.
HGTV. That was really good.
That was really good, to the point that everything on that checklist I have not checked. So now I kind of have a to-do list of what I should be doing now that it's starting to get colder. That was really good. Thank you, Michael. And I know Elvis, one of our peers here that you guys see every week, has a video for us to share so that we can get to know him a little bit better. How about we check that out?
What's going on, everyone? We're here by the water and the brand new built pedestrian bridge. So take a look at this view, guys. It's really nice. So I have an announcement to make. I went vegan. Yes, I went vegan. I sun gaze. I only drink lemon water. I'm on this spiritual journey, and I want to bring you guys along with me. Like I said, my life journey, my spiritual journey will be on YouTube. So continue to like these videos, subscribe, comment, and share for more. Today, I will be taking you guys along with me to Plant City. Plant City is a plant-based vegan restaurant where you can get meals like buffalo pizza made straight from vegetables from the earth. So I'm in tune with earth, I'm in tune with God, which means I'm in tune with myself. So I'm gonna see you guys soon. Check it out. Now, a couple reasons why I'm going vegan is because it's like a lot of mucus and a lot of dead energy is in the animals we eat. So let's say they get slaughtered, you're putting that dead energy that they were slaughtered with into your energy. Everything is energy. Alright, everyone, and that wraps up the Plant City meal. I had a buffalo chicken pizza, completely plant-based. It was the tofu on top. It was extremely amazing. And my friend here had a buffalo fried chicken sandwich, and it was great as well. I tried a bite of that. It was awesome. So now we're just finna, get into the nature, sungaze a little more. And this is a $22 million bridge, I estimate, but this is a really nice view, man, and I'm just enjoying a nice day out here. And in the next clip, you will see a few workouts that I recorded, and I hope you enjoy that too. And this is me checking out. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Elvis Rodriguez, and I want to bring you guys along on my journey. This is my first day back in the gym in months. I want to show you that you can continue this workout at the gym during COVID and still get your fitness in for that journey and transformation in life. Now let's go with this journey together and change.
In your mind, in my head, this is where we
complete the workout. They did so much for checking out. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Make sure you turn on that notification bell and share with your friends. Get the word out there. Share this video, share, and continue to support me. I appreciate you, and I got more bangers on the way. Let's go.
That was super cool.
Thanks.
Good luck on your journey as a vegan.
Thank you.
I know I can't do that. I'm trying to do sort of a vegetarian way, but I cannot give up cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah.
Vegan cheese.
Yeah. No, I like cheese too much to give it up. Anybody has any thoughts of you viewers getting to know our peer Elvis? I think that was a super cool video that gets us to know you, Elvis, a little bit better in terms of your journey and like your everyday routine. If you like workout footage, check the next segment coming up after group 1. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So we'll definitely look into that. All right. And if anybody else has anything to say, I think this wrap up today. I hope you guys enjoyed our topics. I know we kind of started off with not so great of a topic, but to lighten up, we got to know a little bit more about one of our peers. And I hope that we can see you and everybody else next week. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.